therapies, self-development approaches, so everything works for someone. So in 2011, we got together, a few therapists and myself, we got together and we realized, okay, there's so much out there, and people are either ignorant, they don't know about these approaches, or also they don't have all the time and money in the world to go around trying every single class, every single workshop or therapist before they find something that's going to help them. So we thought we'll get together, create a program where people will be able to get first-hand experience of different approaches and then pick out the tools and techniques that work best for them personally. Okay, so this is what we've been doing since 2011. So every month, on the first Wednesday of the month, we have a talk and demonstration evening here at Cornerstone. As a program director, I always choose two speakers, two approaches to be as different from each other as possible. And the idea is very often people, especially people who come very occasional just for a one-off, they come because they're interested in one of those two approaches. And yet very often the other approach they either never heard of, or they maybe wouldn't necessarily go out of their way to find out something about, I don't know, chakra dance. And yet very often it's that other approach that blows them away, the one they didn't expect. So that's the idea of our program now. Now we're actually going to have Shirley Archibald. She's going to give us a slightly different take on stress busting, and it's something which is more dealing with stress in general life, conclusion, potentially trying to untangle things from the unconscious, from the past, which are inaccessible to us. So Shirley is a color mirrors therapist, also matrix reimprinting and advanced EFT practitioner. So.
Welcome everybody. Wow, so many people here, it's amazing. So yeah, tonight just going to do a very, very brief introduction to colour mirrors. This is the colour mirrors system here. And so I'm going to talk very briefly about colour, and we're going to do a colour meditation so that you can actually try one of the spritzers yourself and just experience one of the bottles. But it's like a little amuse-bouche really, because we don't really sort of go into the full thing. But anyway, I'll just start trying to get going actually. Stop waffling on. So yeah, this is a colour mirror system. It was created by Melissa Jolie in 2001 in South Africa. And it is a system that works on our subconscious. It works using colour to tap into our subconscious, because colour is actually very, it's very important, but we're not always aware of it. It's around us all the time. But actually, the colours that you choose can have quite a big effect on, areas of your life that you might want to heal, for instance. So these are the oil bottles. Shall I move this a bit? Because I can see. These are the oil bottles, and so obviously colours do have a particular vibration in themselves. But when you have two colours together, that combination also has a sort of meaning and vibration that you might actually find yourself being attracted to. So there are actually 80 of these bottles. So I've just brought along a little selection tonight. And the top half is avocado oil, and the bottom half is water. So that's what keeps them separated. So I think the easiest way to talk about it is actually what happens in a session, just to sort of get straight into it. So sometimes people respond to the bottles really, really quickly. Just seeing the bottles just opened up something within them, and I think that's the thing about the bottles, because we actually have everything within us already. We're actually completely perfect, but the bottles just kind of sometimes guide us, because sometimes we forget, and actually subconsciously, our subconscious knows what's best for us, but we're like, no, actually, I want to go and do this, I want to fall off a cliff, or whatever it is, you know. So, obviously that's not what we'd be doing.
But, and it's a very whistle-stop express version of, I'm actually giving more of an extensive talk about this in December. So, creativity, imagination, spontaneity, this is what I'm having to do right now, and lateral thinking. Now, because we live in a very task-orientated, goal-driven, perfectionist society, that is a lot of our conditioning, we tend to, this is a generalisation of course, but we tend to spend a lot of time here, and this is very much neglected, and there's not a lot of value placed on this. So very quickly, why I feel, I mean basically I've been doing my own art for ever since I can remember, and since I became a therapist and counsellor, I really noticed how it can help. And also, when you talk about meditation, there are lots of different types of meditation, but people can get very sort of confused about what they're supposed to be doing. There's lots of rules about how they should be doing it, and actually I find that any creative process can help with moving out of that sort of state of paralysis, overwhelm, stress. Can help you sort of move into more of a spacious place where you can actually be more observant of what's going on. So again, another example. Say, again, a lot of the time when we're stressed, we're in here. Going, help. So this is, I don't know, negative critical thoughts. Unhelpful behaviours, which we all engage in, which can unwittingly, you know, keep our stress and anxiety going. Physical sensations.
Is it hell or hell?
Both. You feel like, you know, when you're in that space, you're really stressed, really overwhelmed, really, you know, yeah, it can feel like hell, and you're going hell. But what we tend to do is we try and get out of this with sort of the similar principle of trying to, how to say it, we get lost because we try certain things, we're trying perhaps intellect to solve a problem that actually requires the other part of the brain. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? I'm just really aware that I have to do this really quickly, which is sort of counterproductive because it's about slowing down. So yes, to get from here to here, I mean a lot of meditation, mindfulness, is about, you know, observing. So you're out here looking at all this stuff going on, or focusing on your body and being aware of what you're thinking, and you know, mindfulness. Does anyone, I mean, sure, somebody knows mindfulness is being in the moment without judgment, in a nutshell. So it's being very aware of what you're thinking, what you're feeling physically, what you're feeling emotionally, and just observing it, without beating yourself up or whatever that is. So, yes, so what I'm saying is that using any sort of creative process can help get from there to there. Because again, you know, because we're so conditioned to be so busy and we have to be productive and we have to be doing all this stuff, just to suddenly sit still is actually really difficult. And if you know, tried for when you first started, if you started a meditation practice, to just go, right, I'm just going to sit still now, sit with my feelings, as my therapist told me. And that's actually really hard. So, yeah, art can be a way into that.
Just under an hour, and already we've done a lot, so I hope that so far it really does give you a flavour of the diversity of the programme. Over the year we've covered